Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I do apologize ahead of time. I do hear my fan. I am in Florida, and it's super hot in here, and I don't want to melt by the time double or nothing happens. But I figured, since I did predictions for King and Queen of the Ring, and they will receive very well, I decided to do it for double or nothing as well. But I do have a disclaimer. I do watch AEW not regularly like I do watch WWE, so I know some of these predictions are going to be way off, and I don't mind that at all. Just be gentle with me in the comments, please. I couldn't find uh, good versions of the graphics, so I did what I could with what I could find. But I do have all of them, so I'm gonna try to go in order from with the buy-in at first. Versus Cage of Agony. This one I don't know really where it came from. It came out of nowhere for me at least, and it's one of those that I feel like it could go either way. It's hard to pick like the team or like the winner for this one. But if I had to pick one, I would say the Acclaimed, since they're more active on the roster than the Cage of Agony. At least that's I don't have much to say when it comes to this one. I'm not really interested in watching this one either. Sorry, it's one of those like it just happened out of nowhere for me, unfortunately. This one I am excited to watch, and it is Thunder Rosa versus Diana Purrazzo. This is something that has been brewing now for a couple weeks, and now with Diana turning heel, I think is very interesting, and I'm so interested in how it'll be moving forward. This one, it's also a tough one to pick, but if I would say with the momentum that she has, I think it would be preferable for Diana to win this one. I feel like she has a good momentum going on, and we could have her build up again towards the championship. I feel like Thunder Rosa can recover from this a little bit easier in a way than Diana can, so that's why it wouldn't surprise me if she won. But again, it's one of those like I feel like it go either way, to be honest, for me. And I don't care who wins it. I prefer like if I were like me personally, I don't care who wins it. I love both of the ladies, so I don't mind whoever I see in this match. Um, Now I'm not gonna go in order how I think it'll go because there's so many matches. I'm just gonna go in the order that have the graphics in. So next one I have Anarchy in the arena. This is Team Elite. So this is the Young Bucks and Jack Perry and Okada versus Team AEW, which is FTR, Darby Allin, and Bryan Danielson. This one, it just with one team having three out of four of them being champions, I don't see them losing, especially with the Young Bucks being the EVPs. I wonder if the match at one point is going to end and they look at the referee and go, no, you had to pick us as winners, or you had to restart the match or continue the match or you get fired, kind of thing. So something like that wouldn't surprise me if it happened, to be honest. So I definitely have Team Elite winning this one. Um, Either way, I think it'll be such a fun match. This is one out of the three main events that we have for the pay-per-view tonight. But again, it wouldn't surprise me that Elite does win this one. I think it just overall it'll be fun, and I'm just here for the fun. I love the Young Bucks, and I love the story that we have with when they're being EVPs and the way they're abusing their power and everything like that. It's something that they could have done a while ago, but I'm glad they're doing it now, and I like how it's being executed on screen. So this one, it's really going to be a fun one to watch. Next up, I got Orange Cassidy as Trent Beretta. There's another one that has been brewing up for a couple of weeks as well. It's not surprising that it's happening. This one, though, uh, if I had to pick a winner, I would pick Trent on this one. Even though I like both of them, I would say like it would be nice to get Trent to have a win, especially now that he's a heel, kind of give him more of a purpose on it. He did take that turn, but yeah, it's just like I feel like it's one of those like I don't mind who wins it. To be honest, it's one of those like I hope they both have fun, but speaking of winner, definitely gonna go with Trent on this one. Or maybe on the other side, I don't know if it's just like the part that we have kind of Don Callis behind Orange Cassidy. It's something that it's been burned in the back of my mind, even though I'm not a fan of Don Callis. I don't want him teaming up or like endorsing, I would say, Orange Cassidy managing him. I feel like he doesn't need it with him. But that's just a different story for a different day. But I definitely picking Trent for this one. Next up, this is one of these like, oof. Adam Copeland versus Malakai Black TNT Championship, but this is in a barbed wire steel cage match. Wow. I know this match is going to be one of those, like, you don't think about it, but it's going to be such a great one. I feel like Adam's performances lately in AEW, it's something that I never thought would happen. The way he's performed with such a younger talent and the way he's putting them over is so incredible. I love watching it, to be honest. Um, this one I do see Adam retaining it, but I think it'll be just either way. I feel it's one of those like they have such chemistry. It'll be fun to watch. And if Malachi does win, I wouldn't mind that either. I either way it could go. I wouldn't. It wouldn't bother me, to be honest. I'm just one of those that I know it's going to be a lot of blood. So definitely be one of those expecting a lot of violence for this one, especially with the barbed wire steel cage being here introduced for this match. Next up, I have the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, Hook, and Shibata going for the FTW Championship. Uh, I know I'm probably gonna get people hating me in the comments, and that's fine. But I'm not a fan of Chris Jericho like this. I know I have people like I know that it's like you just don't understand. It's like no, I do understand. I just don't want to see it. I really don't. Kind of hope this is the way of Hulk regaining his championship, but I don't think that's gonna happen. We do have Big Bill that is basically in the corner of Jericho, who's not included in the graphics. So I feel like he may play in the part of Jericho, probably retaining most likely. That's what I see happening. But in my heart, I wish it was always the way of Hulk regaining that championship. But I don't see. It's kind of hard to see Chris Jericho losing it though, especially with the everything with the learning tree. Or do we get somebody else helping him, and then they join the learning tree as well? I could see that happening too. So I do lean on Chris Jericho winning. It's just a matter of who will get involved. Is it just Big Bill or Big Bill and somebody else too? We'll see how that goes. Next up, I have Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage for the AEW World Championship. I don't see Swerve losing it, to be honest. As much as I like Christian's gimmick and everything that's happening with him there, and he has basically his whole army behind him because he does have Nick Wayne behind him and Kill Switch. But it's just hard to see Swerve losing it like this, especially it feels like very soon for his championship ring after just winning it not too long ago. So it's hard to see like root against him, even though he only has Prince Donna on his side. But I feel like when it comes to championship matches, Swerve just brings out something a little bit different and a little bit bigger, to put it like that, and it just ends up being great for him in the end. So I do see him retaining that championship. The next one that I have on the graphics here is John Moxley versus Takeshita. I didn't know about this one until I was looking for the graphics, and this is for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match. The main thing for this match is just the part that the Eliminator match aspect of it is one that I thought this could be on a dynamite. To be honest, I didn't think this was like a pay-per-view sort of thing. So I didn't know this was gonna happen when I saw the graphic. This is one of those that it's it's tough seeing this kind of match because I don't see Moxley losing it. But against an eliminator match, sounds like it could be that Takeshita wins. I don't know if he's still involved with Don Callis. I don't remember with that part at this point, but who knows if that happens, then he could be winning the match as well. Yeah, I feel like I feel like I'm torn about that one. Definitely a tough one for me. Next one that I have, it's Roddy Strong versus Will Ospreay. This is the AEW International Championship. I would like Will Ospreay to get the title. I really want him to be champion. I feel like it'll be interesting and something different. But I do have in the aspect though I know Roddy has a lot of people behind him with his group, so it's just hard to see it with like nobody getting involved in this. To be honest, it'll be very hard to not see that happening. So for now, I'm gonna keep it with Roddy retaining the championship. I do feel like he has more backup than Will Ospreay has, but I would like Will Ospreay to get a championship. Like that would be something I would like to see sometime soon. Next up, we do have Timeless Tony Storm versus Serena Deeb for the AEW Women's World Championship. This is one of those for me. As much as I'm gonna like the match, it's gonna entertain me. And it's gonna be a great match, and maybe one of those like people don't even realize that it might steal the show. But I do see Tony retaining her championship. I don't see anything different happening with this one either. I do wonder if we'll get a return for this one. We do have people like a Britt Baker and a Jamie Hayter who have been out of action for quite a while. So I wonder if something does happen where we're kind of, I don't want to say used to, but we feel like it's almost like a tradition that we get debuts and returns at Double or Nothing. So maybe something like that will be happening soon. Who knows? Um, the next one that I have as well, it's one of my favorite matches going into the pay-per-view tonight is Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Monet for the TBS Championship. And this is also one of the three main events that we have as well. This one's another one that I I hope they both have fun because I love both of these ladies. I really don't know who to pick as the winner for this one because on one hand, I do want Willow to keep going. I like how her championship ring has just booked strongly. She has been defending in AEW and in Stardom too. So it's nice to see that happening. And she's not sticking to one place, and she's been active and defending her championship. But after being away for a whole year from wrestling, and the story that they have brewing here that Mercedes hasn't beat Willow yet, I do want to see Mercedes win at the same time. So just it's so hard to pick one, but if I had to pick one, at least like if I had to pick one, I would definitely say Willow. But it's just like this is one of those that I just know they're gonna steal the show. I really do. Either way, I feel like if we do get Mercedes, I hope Willow gets a rematch, and then I hope we do get something similar with Mercedes of her going to different companies and defending the championship that way because Willow has been doing that. I just don't want Willow to lose the championship so quickly. And that's the problem that I have with it because I feel like she's doing great with it. And her promos have been amazing. I do love that line when she told Mercedes, last time we faced each other, I walked out as champion and you couldn't walk at all. And it's like, that was so, I want to say, but it's so iconic. It's hard to forget about it, to be honest. Um, and last I have here is the Bang Bang Gang. So that is the Guns in Jay White versus Death Triangle, which is Pac, Ray Phoenix, and Penta El Cero Miedo. And this is for the Unified World Trios Championship. Don't get me wrong with this one. I do love the Bang Bang Gang. I love what they're doing. They're entertaining for me. But a reuniting Death Triangle, I feel like it's something scary, to be honest. I do want to see them winning the championships, and I think it would be very cool to see like something like that happen with the group, and give something to Pac. I feel like we had Pac since like AEW started, basically, and he's been on and off between traveling and the pandemic and things like that. So we feel like we haven't seen Pac to a full potential in AEW so far, and I want to see that happening. And it's something that I've been missing. So now to see this, I hope that this is the moment that we get the team sticking together for quite a while and we get something out of it. So I know we have moments that it's happened and then it kind of broke off and it happened and it kind of broke off. But I do want to see something lengthy between like a lengthy program with them as a group, whether it's going against the Bang Bang Gang and then another team afterwards. I wouldn't mind that. So I definitely am looking forward to it. Let me know in the comments what match are you looking forward to. Do we have the same picks? So what picks you had differently? Just be gentle in the comments, please. Like I said, I don't watch AW all the time, so I know I could be wrong with these. I know it's fine with me, to be honest. But yeah, let me know in the comments who you're picking. If you see any returns, any debuts. I do think of the back of my mind about Megan Bain, who you never know she's going to be returning during Double or Nothing. I also think about Camille, who's been on a contract with AW for quite a while now. She hasn't been used, so you never know. It's like there's so many things brewing. It's like, who do you think about? What do you think is gonna happen during Double or Nothing? Again, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and click on the bell to be notified whenever I upload or go live. And if this one goes well, I'll probably do a couple more and just have special guests every now and then for my own predictions for the pay-per-views that I tend to watch. I know I will be going live and doing a Double or Nothing post show later on our podcast with Kimi Soko. So very excited to be chatting with her about AEW after the pay-per-view. And hopefully we'll be awake for all that because it's going to be a long night after this pay-per-view. But again, thank you everybody for watching. See you next time.